my name is Megan Stevenson, and I'm going to be the social worker today.
My name is also Megan, and I'm the client. I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I'm currently experiencing homelessness.
All right. Hi, Megan. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Um, I just got out of the hospital a couple weeks ago, and I don't really like the day shelter that I've been going to. It's a little overwhelming, and I've had a couple episodes this week, hearing the voices and stuff. So it's been okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you're still having some symptoms of hallucinations, but it sounds like it's better than it was before when you went to the hospital, maybe?
Yes, that's definitely true. It only happened like twice this week. Before I went in, it was happening pretty frequently. So yeah, it's better, but not great.
Well, I'm glad that it's better, and I'm sorry that it's still happening. I can see that it's affecting you.
Yeah, it's just hard. I mean, I just feel like, you know, this is never going to get better. I mean, even though it's better than it was, like this is just never going to go away, and I'm not going to be able to have a normal life uh, while this happens. And I'm not really sure what to do.
Well, Megan, I heard you say that you're not going to be able to have a normal life, or that's a fear that you have.
Mm.
And today I brought with me um, this game, and I told you last session, that we were going to play this. So I just wanted to follow up and tell you I brought it with me. And it's called a game, but really it's just a get to know you exercise.
Okay.
And this is called What's Important in My Life. And what I have here are some cards, and they're going to say some things on there, and we're going to sort them into three piles because, I feel like I've gotten to know you pretty well over our last couple of sessions. Um, but I feel that we're comfortable enough with each other that we can start to get to know, what's really important so that I can give you the best treatment and we can move forward and you can help me and we can work together to build your treatment plan and what you need.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. So the first pile that we're going to make is called, this one is very important to me.
Okay.
So this is going to be the most important thing. Whenever I say it, you're going to say that's the most important thing. Yes, it needs to go in that pile. The next option is important to me. So this is the medium ground, like it's pretty important, but it's not the most important.
Okay.
And the last, of course, is not important to me. So these are things maybe you just aren't stressed about, you don't care about, they don't affect you. And there's no judgment with this because this is about you and your life. So if you feel like it applies to you, I hope that you're going to be able to sort them out and put them in their proper areas. And then we're going to move to the next step of the game. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. So how important is it for you to have your own car?
Um, I would say right now it's not super important. I've got a couple of friends who help me out, and I ride the bus where I need to go. So
That's great. I'm glad that you have those resources and they're connected. It sounds like you have good friends to help you.
yeah, they're great. They're super helpful.
Next, I know we've talked about this a little bit, but this says to get my own apartment. So how important is this to you?
I think that's the most important. Um, I don't
Very
really
important
like
to me.
interacting with people at the day shelter and, having to be around all those people. I just want to have my own space.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's something that has come up before in our sessions.
Hmm.
Um, Again, another thing that we've kind of touched on, how important is it for you to stop hearing voices?
Definitely the most important.
Perfect. Okay, how about to have a romantic relationship?
That's, I guess, medium important. It's not, I don't think I can really focus on that right now, but I'd like to have it at some point.
So just kind of in the middle right now.
Hmm.
also, I forgot to tell you that some of these might not apply to you at all, which is okay. Um, and if you feel like you need to add one that's like really important to you, I have blank cards that we can write something on.
Okay.
All right, so then this one is to find a good friend.
Mm. Um, well, I already have a really good friend that I can depend on, so I guess it's like not super important for me to find anymore.
Well, I'm glad that you don't have to work on finding one that you feel like you already have some. That's great.
Mm.
So do you have, would you like to have better control of your body movements?
That I would put in medium importance. It's not something that I really struggle with, or is really noticeable to other people, I feel like. So,
All right. This one says, stay true to my religious faith, whatever that may be.
that is not important to me.
Okay. Here's a big one, to find a job that I like.
That's most important for sure. Yeah, I don't really
Most
have
important.
a steady job right now, so
Okay. And we only have a few more left for this session, and we can continue to play this game to get to know each other further, but I just have a couple more left.
okay.
To help my parents out with their money problems.
That's most important. You know, my parents have been super supportive, and I know that I could probably never pay them back for everything they've done. But I feel like part of their problems are because they've been trying to take care of me.
Mm, I understand. All right, and this is our last one. To be able to prepare food.
Uh, I'm not really good at cooking, so maybe just like medium important.
Medium, all right. Okay, so I feel like since doing this, I know it's not important to you, and I'm going to set that off to the side because that's not really anything that we need to focus on since it's not important to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the most important to you pile, and I would like for you to narrow it down to two. We have here four of them. And if you can't narrow it down to two, that's okay. I just really want to get to know you a little bit better and really dive into why, these reasons or these things are important to you in your life. So, the four that we have left are to get my own apartment, to stop hearing voices, to help my parents out with their money, and to find a job that I like. So, are there
Okay.
two on there that you feel, or just one on there that you feel like um, you would like to keep? Like it's, absolutely, I have to keep that the most important.
Definitely to stop hearing voices. That's like
Okay, so that,
the number one.
oh, right, number one. And is there another one on there that maybe stuck out to you as a number two, a runner up?
I think it would be really good for me to get my own place, to have my like own apartment.
Oh, and then there are the other two here. Do you feel comfortable keep moving those to the medium pile, or are there either that you feel you really want to keep?
I mean, I think to be able to have my own apartment, I really need a job and probably need to do well and want to be there. So I think that one's important too.
Okay, so then I would like to just go a little bit more in depth with you about each of these.
Okay.
So to stop hearing voices, you said was like absolutely number one, and I'm just wondering, what about stop hearing voices is important to you?
I just feel like when that happens, I it just ruins everything that I've been doing that day, and it ruins the rest of my day. I know that they're not real. Like I don't feel like it's someone there that is talking to me, but the fact that I hear them and I don't know when it's coming and it just totally interrupts whatever I'm doing, it just makes me feel like I can't have a job or be with my friends or, just do anything normal. Um, because I never know when it's going to happen. And when it does, it's really hard for me to deal with that in the moment.
Yeah, I heard you say a couple of things there, and I think that I heard you saying that it's really distracting whenever you're having these hallucinations. We call those auditory hallucinations, where you're hearing things, voices or sounds maybe, and you know that they're not there. They're not based in reality. And then another thing I heard you say was that it sounds really distracting. It keeps you from focusing on tasks like your job that you might want to have or hanging out with your friends.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's like,
Um,
if everyone were listening, like if everyone could hear it, then it would be fine, but it just makes me feel crazy.
yeah, and that's something that's really common. Um, Whenever we hear things that aren't there and we have auditory hallucinations, we really feel like singled out, or it's hard for us to talk to our friends and stuff about that. So
Yeah.
have you ever talked to your friends about these hallucinations that you've had in the past or currently?
My one really good friend, Gina, she knows. She's the one that like drives me places, so she knows that like I'm seeing you, and she's been really helpful. And she knows about it, and she's usually pretty great, but sometimes it's overwhelming for her because she knows it's hard for me.
Yeah, so Megan, how did Gina respond when you first told her?
She was a little weirded out, like she didn't really know, how that could be happening. Like, am I really hearing voices, or am I just kind of like, how loud is it? She had a lot of questions. Were kind of hard to answer. Um, but one time after I told her, it happened, and I was able to like tell her what was going on, and she helped me like not freak out so much.
Yeah, that sounds difficult. How did that make you feel whenever she was asking you those types of questions?
I mean, at first, yeah, like I said, it made me feel crazy because she's obviously never experienced anything like that. But it made me feel good that she like didn't think that I was like weird, or that she didn't want to continue to hang out with me, because some people think that it's like contagious, that you're going to start like also hearing voices. And so the fact that she's stuck around and tried to help me through those moments has been really helpful.
Sounds like a really good support for you.
Definitely. Yeah, outside of my
And it
parents,
seems
she's like the only person.
Yeah, and it seems like she is really supportive of your treatment too,
Hmm.
driving you here and helping you to get to your other appointments. How does it feel to have somebody that you can rely on that knows about what you're dealing with every day?
It makes me feel hopeful, I guess. I mean, sometimes I think that she is more hopeful that I'll get better than I am, because she is really helpful in driving me places and making sure that like I've got my medication and that things are going well. And so, I guess if she believes that things can get better, it helps me to believe that too.
Wow, that's great. Well, we have a few more left, and we're running out of time. So I would like, for your homework, for you to maybe think about reasons as to why finding a job is the most important to you. And I know that you said, I heard you earlier say that it connected to you being able to get your own apartment. But I would like to challenge you we think of some more reasons why having a job, not just having a job, but a job that you like is really important to you. Do you think that that sounds doable, Megan?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, thank you.